Welcome to Victory Garden Live. I am Melissa Bauco, and today we're going to talk about milkweed. This is going to be a really brief episode, but I didn't want the season to go by without mentioning it because there's a ton of it out this year. I am at a friend's house who happens to have some milkweed growing, so we're going to take a look. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, this is not a very large patch, but you can see it's pretty tall. I'm holding the camera up just about as tall as I am, and here's the milkweed. It's past bloom time right now for this bunch, so we can't see flowers, but we will be able to see the pods, which are pretty cool. And then of course everybody knows, in the fall these pods kind of explode and it makes sort of those little feathery white looking things. So that'll be another interesting look. So I'm going to find pictures online, or actually find some in the area that are still blooming, if we can find some that are still blooming. And then you can see this phase here, and then we'll look for some in, I don't know, a couple weeks maybe, that will actually have the insides out of the pods so that you can see those, and you can see some of the seeds. Why is milkweed important? Milkweed is important because, we're always hearing about monarch caterpillars and the declining population of monarch caterpillars. Monarch caterpillars feed exclusively on the leaves of milkweed. And that's because the butterflies lay their eggs on milkweed plants. Sometimes they lay their eggs on other plants if there is no milkweed, but then when the caterpillars hatch, there's nothing for them to eat. They can only eat milkweed leaves. So it's actually critical for the survival of the monarch butterfly species. They can't complete their life cycle, their populations decline if there's no milkweed. And in fact, the reduction of milkweed in agricultural areas and in urban and suburban landscapes is one of the primary reasons that monarchs are in trouble today, according to the National Wildlife Federation. There are over 100 species of this wildflower that are native to North America. So no matter where you live in North America, you should be able to find milkweed that are local to your area that you can plant. So that's one way that you can help the local milkweed population, is to go ahead and plant milkweed. It's best to do this by planting varieties that are native to your area. That kind of makes sense, right? Goes without saying. Don't go get milkweed from some other place and plant it where you are. You can easily find some wherever you are and get the seeds from the local plants. And as you can see, right, here are the giant pods. Each one of these pods is going to make a lot of seeds. So it's very easy to collect seeds from local plants and plant them. It does spread, so be careful to plant it in an area where you're okay with that. Now these don't really have a lot going on them today to show you, but you can see these red beetles. If anybody knows what these are and can tell me, that would make it easier than looking it up. I know, Sandy, if you are watching, I know that you love all the bugs, and I'm sure you know what this is, but I don't, but they have been all over the milkweeds this year. You can kind of see them here too. So I'm hoping this is a beneficial beetle because, like I said, they've been all over the milkweeds this year. I don't think any of these have seed pods on them anymore. Some of these actually had insect seeds, but I think they've all hatched at this point. Maybe they were the little beetle seeds, who knows, because they're certainly enjoying these plants. So again, these plants are done blooming. No flowers on this bunch to show, just the seed pods. The plant is called milkweed because of the milky looking latex that comes out when the plant is damaged. This is actually toxic to humans and animals because of cardiac glycosides that are in it. They're called cardenolides. They're actually a type of steroid. So you don't want to eat this. So this is not a plant that you're going to want to try chopping up and cooking with or doing anything like that. Please don't try it. It will be toxic. They actually taste bad, apparently, to animals. Animals know that the plant tastes bad, so they stay away from it anyway. So you don't really have to have any concern that if you plant it in your yard that you're going to have all kinds of, issues with your animals eating it because the animals feel like it tastes bad. They're not going to want to go near the plant anyway. But again, you can see they get very tall. They spread, so put it in a spot where you don't mind it spreading, and you can have plenty of milkweeds, and you can help the butterfly population. You can help the monarch butterflies. So I'm going to turn back around for a second. Okay, again, super quick episode this week. Just wanted to make sure I mentioned the milkweed. It's one of those plants that seems to be doing really well this season. It must be some combination of the heat and then the limited rain that we've had that they really enjoy, because they've really been taking off. So that's good news for the butterflies this year. So thank you for joining me for this super quick episode, and I hope you will join me next week.